Hi, thank you for your question. No, I never want to detransition back to female, but if we're being honest, I never did. And I still detransitioned. So I started my medical transition about 10 years ago. I started testosterone. About a year and a half later, I had top surgery. About 3 years into being on testosterone, my liver started to fail. The last thing I wanted to do was detransition, but in the spot I was in, I just felt like it was the most plausible option. I mean, this is what I looked like at the time. I had grown my facial hair out. Like, I would darken it and stuff, but still, like, I was passing consistently. I was still, like, reaping, like, the newfound freedom of having top surgery, and I was so scared how going off T would affect that. Basically, I was scared shitless of the changes that were gonna revert, and I knew that looking as I do now, I was not going to pass consistently in public. So I made the decision to detransition. My thought process was I know it's going to be hard when it comes to dysphoria and stuff, but I had a support team in place to help me deal with that. I felt like, at least I won't be hassled in public. When I'm out in public, I don't have to worry about people looking at me and immediately knowing that I'm LGBT. Because where I live, it's getting a lot better. It is, but it's not always kosher. So during this time, I did not want to detransition, but I kind of was in a hard place. It only lasted a month and a half and I retransitioned and now I just live as male without testosterone. Like I said, I don't always pass, but it is what it is. I consider that my major detransition, but it wasn't my only one. When I was 16 or 17, now this is much before I even had access to medical transition, I started presenting masculine. To most people, I just presented as a masculine lesbian, but I was exploring my identity. Like, I was starting to adopt, like, he, him pronouns. Like, I had met my first trans person. And several times during this period, I went in and out of the closet. I would present masculine, then feminine. And I did this because I struggled a lot with religion and a little bit of family issues. So I wouldn't even say back then that I wanted to keep detransitioning. It just, once again, I felt like I was in a really tough spot. And actually, the majority of people who do detransition, it's been shown that they don't do it because they want to. It's typically due to pressure from society, their families, religion, work opportunities, housing. So I don't want to detransition at all, but I never wanted to. Unfortunately, I don't think that means that I will absolutely never detransition again, but it's definitely not something that I'm aiming for.